border.
Well, how do you set about reforming a rural narco economy? Joining now is Amanullah Atta from our Pashto service. Welcome to the studio. So this economy, clearly the strong dynamic, let's just talk about Helmand for the moment, but the strong dynamic there is that drugs are being grown, and when you look, poppies are being grown, and when you look at the pictures there, it's really hard to understand why it is so hard to clamp down on acres and acres of land growing poppies, of all things.
It has been now 10 years that the international community is combating along with Afghan government. Police are trained how to tackle this international maybe dilemma that the international community is not able to combat, to stop poppy cultivation in Afghanistan, is basically that Afghanistan still remains one of the poorest countries in the world. Now those farmers in areas where there is no security, there is no government control, they depend on the cultivation of poppy for their incomes and livelihood. And the international community, which was working along with the Afghan government to bring about somehow like alternative livelihood, as we saw in David Loyne's report, in some areas like Herat, there was saffron cultivation offered to farmers, but in areas like Helmand and Kandahar and surrounding areas, it seems that it doesn't work there.
Just very, very briefly, it's important in any country, of course, to stamp out the drugs trade, but why particularly in Afghanistan? Explain how it feeds in, very briefly, if you would, into the political situation.
Two main reasons in Afghanistan that the government of Afghanistan and also the international community were not able to stop it. Insecurity and corruption. The Taliban still dominate vast areas in Helmand province, which is like 90% of the production coming from that province, and also corruption still is a big obstacle in the way to stop and fight poppy cultivation in Afghanistan, especially in Helmand province.
Thank you very much indeed, Amanullah. Just